Yeah. It belongs in baseball TikToks. Yeah. Head to the back and I'm stepping with a purpose. Grip on the bat, yeah, you know I get to working. BeastHack swing, got the whole field nervous. Pitch coming fast, but I'm turning it to circus. Crack of the bat, yeah, you heard that sound. Send it to the fence, now they looking around. Coach like, damn, how you hitting like that? I just point down like BeastHack, got me now. I don't chase hits, I create that contact. Barrel it up, let me show you the man. Launch ain't go perfect, I'm sending it back. Out of the park, yeah, I'm stacking them stats. On the cage to the game, I don't never fall off. Every swing dialed in, I don't never feel lost. Hindsight, low away, it don't matter at all. If it's coming my direction, then it's leaving the yard. That's BeastHack swing, that's BeastHack power. Put the time in, now it's game time out. They was talking big, now they real quiet. One swing change, got our whole team fire. Sign me a deal, put my name on the check. If you stepping on the mound, better come with your best. I don't miss twice, I adjust and connect. Now they watching every move like I'm next up, babe.
Welcome into the Scene Project Sports Network. You are here tonight for 789, our weekly baseball roundtable presented by BeastHack. Joined as always by my co-host Big B. What's happening, B?
Not much. Ready to talk a little ball. I know we're going to pay our respects to those that passed away the last couple of days. So, definitely going to be somewhat emotional show, but we'll still try to have fun.
We'll be celebrating our moms too. A happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. We weren't sure if we were going to do a show today or not, but I got the pool set up early, so I got off the hook for the show tonight.
There you go.
Shady. What's happening, Shady?
What's up, fellas? How are we tonight? How are we?
Saw you grooving to the new theme song.
Yeah, dog. BeastHack got them beats, dude. On a jam one time.
He sent it to me like last Thursday, and I was like, oh, I know right where that's going.
As soon as that went in, I was like, okay.
Well, and the other one was getting flagged for a copyright violation. So I was like, perfect timing.
Hey,
perfect.
Right in there. Just mix it in.
Awesome,
Perfect.
man. Well, and we got a pinch hitter in the lineup again tonight, too. Pods, what's going on, buddy?
Podsy.
What's up, Pods?
Not much, guys. How's it going?
Going good. I'm not going to wear mine tonight because my head is disgusting. I've been out in the yard freaking working most of the afternoon. So
that's all right. I got mine.
Look at that.
No, we got here. Oh, yeah.
So cool, man. I love all the cool stuff you get when you go out. I barely grab a picture.
People like B. People don't like us, yeah.
Yeah, I'm never asking anybody to sign anything. I'll just lose it, man. If you saw what was in here, it's such a mess. It would just there's no point, right? I don't have cases of trophies and all that stuff. So yeah, I mentioned it a little bit off the top, but happy Mother's Day to everybody out there. Obviously, we want to throw a big shout out to all the moms. Thank you for not just giving us life, but all the lessons, all the ass whoopings, and
putting up with our
jail for guys like me and Shady. Appreciate it. And we hope that we can make you proud, not just with this show, but a great many other things that we're doing here and all over the world. Thank you again. So, B, you kind of mentioned it off the top, a little bit of a somber show today. Obviously, we don't want to bury the lead, but very sad to hear of the passing of not just former owner of the Braves, Ted Turner, but longtime manager and absolute legend of the game, Bobby Cox, here in the last 48 hours. Really sad to hear that. And I know this affects you on a pretty personal level, Shady. I mean, you got ties, obviously, to the Braves organization and a longtime fan yourself. What does it kind of mean to you to, obviously the Bobby Cox one is a lot more, a lot harder on the heart than Ted Turner, although Ted was the longtime owner. I think the relationship with Bobby Cox, nobody had a bad word to say about the man.
Yeah. So, I know, Ted Turner off the top, pioneer as far as entertainment goes, first guy to start 24-hour news, which never heard of. Well, that was awesome. But like a maverick, they said that, kind of a pioneer. So Ted Turner, he was a great guy. He started a lot of stuff. And I remember Turner Field as a kid. It was a lot different. The thing about Turner Field was the giant Coca-Cola bottle in the outfield. And no matter where you were in Atlanta, you could kind of see that Coca-Cola bottle from given any hotel. But that was Ted had a way of knowing like where to put stuff. So that was big. And then of course, not even like 2 days later, Bobby kicks the bucket, and I'm like, oh my God, right here around Mother's Day, like right around the beginning of the season. It's always the big names, you know. But yeah, oh Bobby was like, for us in the South, and I think anybody watching, you know, like everybody's had that historic coach, but Bobby was like your grandpa's hero. Like your grandpa never had to answer to anybody. You know, he automatically pulled up and didn't trust anybody. He trusted Bobby Cox with everything. So like, you know, you growing up was like, I don't trust a whole lot of people, but I know this Bobby Cox guy, but I trust Bobby Cox. But it was just, it's like a lore, you know, and he was bigger than life. So we're going to miss him. Thank God for that.
And I'm just going to read quick his his career stat line, if you will. Absolutely incredible. But so let me get this pulled up real quick.
Threw out of a whole season's worth of games. That is the record.
Yeah, crazy. So Cox led the Atlanta Braves to unprecedented success, winning 14 straight division titles from 91 to 2005, along with 5 NL pennants and the 1995 World Series championship. 4-time manager of the year, won 2,401 games behind only Connie Mack, Tony La Russa, and John McGraw. Of the 13 managers with at least 2,000 career wins, only one, Joe McCarthy, got there in fewer games than Cox.
Yeah.
Bobby Cox managed the Braves for 25 seasons in all, leading them to 6 100-win seasons and 8 90-win seasons. Also managed the Blue Jays for 4 years, including the franchise's first winning record in 1983 and first division title in 1985. As general manager of the Braves from 86 to 90, Cox laid the foundation for the teams he would manage to success over the next 2 decades by trading for one future Hall of Famer in John Schmaltz, drafting another in Chipper Jones, and helping develop homegrown legend Tom Glavine. Owner of a .556 winning percentage in 29 total seasons, elected to the Hall of Fame in 2014. Bobby Cox was 84 years old when he passed. That's a hell of an obituary for one of the greatest to ever do it in the game. That's just incredible. And I don't know that there's a single person who has like I said, there's not anyone who has a bad thing to say about the man across the league and around the world. I just think he was such a gem of a human being. Great quote from him on this piece too. I got to enlarge this to be able to read it. But that said, I never had a plan to be in baseball. Baseball was my plan. I just loved it. I still do. So thank you, Mr. Cox, for an incredible legacy that you leave for all of us, for everything that you did for the game of baseball, and truly grateful to have been alive, not even as a Braves fan, but it's hard to argue with his impact on the game and the man that he was, both behind the bench and in his personal life.
Yeah, that's a legendary career. Honestly, he's got multiple Hall of Fame manager careers over his almost 3 decades of being.
Yeah, if you could get in twice, he would have.
Well, and the thing is
but
a lot of players come out and even said that how they loved playing for him, even though he was like the spark plug, like Shady said, he's gotten tossed out of probably a full season plus of games, so everybody definitely wanted to play for him.
Yeah.
I feel like teams don't do.
I think that's what he's saying too.
Yeah.
That's what he's meaning. Yeah. He was a player, like a player's manager. People just wanted to play for the guy.
Yeah,
I didn't realize before just reading that now that he was kind of the architect of those teams that he ended up managing in those, later in that crazy run. 14 division titles in a row. That is one. Like, probably the Yankees have some crazy record that's bigger than that from the Murderers Row days, right? But it's in the modern era, because that's 90s. I would consider modern era of baseball.
I think the only person who's come close to that is probably Dave Roberts right now.
Oh
Because
yeah,
I think
but
at
no,
one
I
point
think
the Dodgers
14.
won the division 11 years in a row.
Yeah, I think 14 is the record.
Yeah, but the thing is, and we talked about it on our first show, is that the Braves had all that talent in the '90s and walked away with what, 2 rings, 1 ring?
1 ring,
Yeah.
95.
Yeah, no, and and then just to touch on Ted Turner, he wasn't just the baseball guy. He brought wrestling to the
He was the
prelims.
wrestling guy.
Yeah, that's true.
He went to TBS, the station that he owned, and they're like, "Oh, we don't want wrestling." He's like, "No, we're gonna put wrestling on." I don't care. And he put it on, and probably the mid '90s to early 2000s probably was the best programming of wrestling between WWE and WCW until they had to sell. But
Yeah.
the guy was definitely a business guy, and he wasn't care to take chances. And
Yeah.
what, 99.9% of the time they hit gold. So
Yeah.
so
Yeah, I think at the end of your life, nobody's counting when you win as much as you did. Nobody's counting the losses. That's almost hard to remember. You're like, oh, he did do that, but it takes over. And obviously, Ted Turner, much more known for being a media legend and just a visionary in that space. Kind of seeing before cable and then satellite and now streaming. I feel like the man saw a lot of things coming before a lot of others did, and I think if he was in his prime right now, he would be changing it even now, right? Like he would be finding a way, and those people are very few and far between. So, but his contribution with the Braves and being the owner during that legendary run as well, and having the vision to leave a man in charge, like for anyone to have a 25-year career as a manager now is just almost completely unheard of, right? Like to have the same guy, because everybody is so quick to cut bait with people after a bad season or two. And, you kind of alluded to it with the, during that run, they only had the 1 ring. It just speaks to how hard it is to win a World Series, right? Like not only do you have to get through a 162 game season, but the playoffs are some of the hardest to get through as well. And anything can happen, right? And I mean, that's why
Here's another stat real quick.
All right, go ahead, Pods.
The Braves have tied, or used to have outright, but it's tied with the Dodgers right now after last year's division title. But the Braves had the most division title wins in baseball with 23.
Is it that many now? Yeah.
So the Dodgers, by winning last year, just tied it with 23.
Yeah.
But the MLB record was the Braves, and Bobby was a part of 14 straight.
Well, and something that we touched on through that is that they did it with homegrown talent. They didn't just go out there and spend their way into championship after championship. They were developing players. They were finding future stars, right? I think when Schmaltz came over, that people were considering kind of washed up then, right? And he became one of the most dominant closers. I mean, I think he's on a short list there now, obviously, as that's become more of a specialized position
400
over the last, I would say 10,
wasn't
15
Maddox
years.
a Brave?
Yeah, but he came over as a Cub, though.
Yeah.
He started with the Cubs
at the end of his career as well.
Yeah.
This goes perfect with the only story I've got of Bobby Cox, because everybody played into that great. I got one story. I never got to meet him. I never got to meet the guy. But all right. So everybody just said, I sent some pictures into our group chat, and I'm like, yo, I played at the effing ESPN sports complex, blah, blah, blah. This place, it looked like a church. At the time, I'm only 18. I've played in some big games, but I've never played on the Braves field. This is the Braves spring training field, the main one. So I'm like, word, I got the ball. I'm starting. This is great. This is a great day. You can't take me off cloud 9 right now. I'm at Disney. This is great. So there's one picture I put in there, and there's like a green pipe going around the back, and I'm in the bullpen. Me and the other guy, our catcher and our pitching coach, went out there to the bullpen, and we were going to throw just like we did any other day. And we're like taking our time because everything's real nice and stuff. And me and Chris on the way down there, like, literally, dude, I don't care if we throw a ball. I don't care if we win this game. We're at Disney. Let's have fun for once. You know what I'm saying? We're 18. Let's remember how to have fun. So I'm looking over that way, okay, to behind my back. And where that truck's pointing, there's baseballs up on the wall. And each one has a number. And you see it, and it's like 2 or 3, and then there's 6, and then there's 10, and you're like, all right, well, I know 10, that's Chipper. And then, you know, you keep going, it's like 27, that's Smoltzy, and then there's 47, that's Glavin, blah, blah, blah. Who's 6? Just off the top of your head, anybody? Because we couldn't pull it. Me and Chris are standing there. Chris is a longtime Yankee fan. I'm like, is that Yogi Berra? Who the hell? Like, we're going back to the Boston Braves days.
Was it Bobby Cox?
That's Bobby Cox's parking spot. That's their parking spots. Those guys had been there because this is 2009 at the time, and 95 was still the only championship. So those guys were still showing up, even though I think that was Smoltz last year. But their parking spots were there. But that was just a moment. I'm standing there, and I've got the ball. You can tell I have no interest in throwing. Snap back to the picture one time. He doesn't throw a ball. Tell me that kid throws a ball. He ain't throwing a ball. I got the arm sleeve on. I'm shell shocked. Somebody got a picture of me going, I think that's Bobby's parking spot. I'm like, I'm not throwing a pitch. Get a picture of this, dude. This is crazy. But it was just one of them moments where it's like, am I supposed to be here? Do I belong here? I deserve to be here. But yeah, that was a pretty cool moment. Just seeing that 6, you realize.
I bet the butterflies in your stomach were going nuts.
They weren't there. You know, they weren't there. It's like showing up to Gettysburg, you know, Pods. It's
I don't know, dude. If it was me, and if
nothing's gonna happen.
I don't know, man. If it was me and I got to like hit off, I guess for me, it'd be like if I got the hit off of somewhere like the first or second tee at Augusta or something like that, and you just see something dedicated to Jack Nicklaus or something like that. I don't know if I could hit that tee ball in the fairway. I'd probably hit somebody's house.
I didn't send the picture.
Well, we're not hitting many in the fairway anyway, Pods, but I get what you mean.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I played yesterday, and guess what? I didn't miss a fairway.
Look at you. That 5-minute lesson you got on the course last week.
I broke 50 yesterday on the front 9. I shot a 48 yesterday. I only shot 13 over.
Pods, the name of the show 789, buddy. We're the bottom of the lineup. We're repping it strong, brother. Come on, man. Yeah, baby.
I can't help it. The guy taught me. He got me out of my baseball swing. He told me, hey, drag instead of pick up, and here we are.
DH for him.
But there is one thing I want to say when it comes to Bobby Cox and Ted Turner. Bobby Cox, my dad was a Braves fan, and he would tell stories about just the Braves in general. Like, oh, you know, you see these new Braves now with like Austin Riley and Matt Olson and Ronald Acuna can't stay healthy Jr.
Yeah.
And he's like, you should have seen the old Braves back in the 90s, the gritty Braves, the Smoltzy Braves, the Glavin Braves. And I'm like,
Ron Gant got pulled off at first base in Game 6 of the World Series.
Yeah. Andrew Jones pulling him.
Yep. And I look at baseball back then, and it just felt like baseball. Like, hey, I'm a Dodgers fan, so you know there's a lot of energy there in the stadium, and I always see a lot of energy at the Braves games. By the way, good on you, Shady. Your Braves are whooping my Dodgers ass 2 out of 3 already.
Good.
Do we can.
No sympathy.
But it just doesn't feel like that same energy is there anymore. But like it used to be. Like it just used to be so electric. I remember watching the World Series or the MLB playoffs when I was a kid, and it just seemed like it was rocking like all the time. Just it felt like it felt like the crowd was vibrating through your TV screen.
Yeah.
So, and it doesn't have that same spirit anymore. And a little bit of this goes into Ted Turner too. Is Ted was so enthusiastic not just about the Braves, but in anything he did, whether it was the 24-hour news, whether it was wrestling, like entertainment in general. He loved anything he put his hands on, and Ted treated business more like a family than he treated it like cutthroat.
Yeah.
Because there were times when the Braves were down and Ted Turner would look at them and go, "You guys will be okay. I'm still funding it." And then there was times where the wrestling business was down and Ted said, "See all those executives in there?
Well, Ted got
We're
him
in
out
the
of that
red
last.
and they want me to get rid of this, but I'm going to stick with you. You keep doing what you're doing."
Yeah.
And it's just so sad to see two legends gone and like that, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
B, anything you want to add before we move on in the
No,
conversation?
I mean, it's just, I can't wait. I'm a, of course, wrestling guy. Hopefully tomorrow WWE will pay some tribute to Ted Turner. But yeah, it's
They paid a little bit of tribute on SmackDown.
Yeah. So it is, a sad day in baseball, because I remember coming home during the 90s and stuff, and if the Twins weren't on, the Cubs weren't on, you turn TBS, there was the Braves. So, Braves are kind of like a second team to me, growing up and just watching Smoltz and Glavine and Maddox and Pena and David Justice, Fred McGriff. I mean, all those guys. So, shout out.
It's so wild as like I wasn't invested in the Atlanta Braves, but I knew every single one of those players you just mentioned. Right.
Yeah.
Like they were household names. And
Otis
a lot
Nixon,
of that is credit to
Deion Sanders
stations carrying the games all the time. Right.
Yep.
That was massive. And that exposure for that. And now, you kind of have all the teams are creating their own their own platforms. The Cubs have Marquee and a great many others now following suit. But once again, Ted Turner, the visionary that he was like, no, I have a platform. Here's mine. I'm going to put all the shit that I like on it. And,
he did.
Executives that I've hired in this space,
and
damned, I'm putting it on.
And, one thing too is, everybody puts out those lists. Who do you take, what pitcher staff would you have? Who would be on your pitch? I'll tell you right now, my top three: Maddox, Smoltz, Glavine. I mean, and then after that, probably Nolan Ryan and Randy Johnson or Clemens. But my three are definitely the three Braves. I mean, they carried that. I mean, you couldn't go in and not expect to sweep them
against like championship bullpens, right? Starting staff bullpen to go, who are you going to take? And to not look at those teams of the late 90s and be like, I'm putting them up against anyone.
And then even when Smoltz moved into the closing role, he was still dominant. I mean, so
300.
I think if I had to go do that, I would have to say that I'm a little recency because I only just got into baseball when I in the 2005, 2010 when I could really start understanding it.
The Dodgers started getting good. I get it.
My top pitching staff, believe it or not, I've only got the recent World Series with the Dodgers. They're only my fifth best pitching staff. I think the best pitching staff that I saw, and even though it went to a Game 7, I wholeheartedly believe that those 2016 Cubs was probably the best pitching staff I've ever seen. They were just that good in the playoffs in the World Series.
They were good. They were good. And that's another thing, too, is, people step up in those big game moments. And, so.
I don't know if I could take any staff over the 2016 Cubs, especially with how dominant Lester was. That was just
crazy.
John
Gamer and Arrieta was the Cy Young winner that year.
I was gonna say John Smoltz is the only pitcher to win over 200 games, save over 150 games. Yeah, the only one with over 200 wins and 150 saves.
He had some
Accuracy must be reversed because Accuracy was a starter too before he became a reliever. But
yeah, he went back and forth. Yeah. I got to watch him when he was a reliever, and that was crazy. But
Eckerson, didn't Eckerson play for the A's too?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to hit a quick ad read for our sponsors at BeastHack. Then we're going to come back. We're going to talk a little bit about current standings and what's going on today in baseball. And then we'll all get out of here and go, spend a little bit more time with our moms and wives and, or by ourselves. I don't know what.
Careful with that fungo, Shady. You might damage your shed.
A word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back. All right, before we get into this week's chaos, quick one for the hitters out there. Every single one of us growing up heard a coach yell, "Go with the pitch." But let's be honest, the only ever meant outside pitches. What most players and even some coaches don't realize, and you should be going with the pitch on every single swing. That's where BeastHack changes the game. It's not just another hitting tool. It actually teaches you how to hit. When you make contact, the ball spins. And that spin tells you exactly what your hands did in your swing. Middle pitch, you want that clean 6 to 12 rotation, straight back up the middle. Inside pitch, you're out front pulling it. Outside pitch, let it travel and drive it the other way. No guessing. No coach needed standing over your shoulder. It's basically self-coaching hitting. And honestly, that's a game changer. If you're serious about getting better at the plate, go check them out at BeastHack.com. Train smarter, hit harder, and stop guessing at the plate. BeastHack.com. And a huge shout out to our sponsors of BeastHack. Absolutely thrilled to have them as part of 789 and the Scene Project Sports Network. I got mine in the mail this week. I haven't had a chance because my wife graduated college yesterday, and then today was obviously Mother's Day, and I spent most of it setting up the pool. But I will be setting it up tomorrow, and look forward to filming some videos and putting them out there on the Scene Project Sports Network pages so you guys can check this thing out. If you have a young hitter at home and they're looking to be better out on the field and they have dreams of, like Bobby Cox making baseball their plan, then you got to have one of these at home. We're working with a lot of park and rec facilities and, baseball associations around the country, getting these things in everywhere and making the best of these young hitters. So huge shout out to BeastHack. Can't thank them enough for continuing to support us. And we will see a lot more from them in the coming months over the course of the season. What you got for me, Grady?
I got an idea, BeastHack. I got an idea. I see the product. I see the vision. Can we make an adaptable part to put it in the trailer hitch so my kid can get
already there, Shady? Already there.
On the 350. Give me some reps.
And actually, you know what? Since I got it already pulled up, I have their
put it on a trailer hitch.
It's pretty incredible that he called that. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and share their website. Let me shrink my screen here.
As soon as I started thinking about it, I was like, well, he wouldn't really have that big a kid. Is there a kid strong enough to bend a trailer hitch? Maybe.
They actually have a pickleball set up too that they just started right now. So you got the baseball and softball. And I got one of each, so my kids will be hitting off of both of these. Wow. So this is the mobile unit that I have, and then there it is for you, Shady.
Oh my God, BeastHack, clippable moment right there, bro.
Wow,
that's pretty neat.
Clip it.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah. Keaton Smith, man. Huge shout out to Keaton and everything he's done for us here. I mean, these aren't cheap, man. And he was like, no, let me get you one of these. Let's get your kids hitting on it. And I just very grateful, man. Very grateful to the family over at BeastHack. And yeah, these things are going to revolutionize the hitting world. Now, they haven't done much marketing with it because the freaking Monster Energy was trying to sue them for the last 4 years. So he hasn't even been able to put this product out there over the Beast, or because the Monster Energy has that Beast, right? And the eye, right? The eye and the color of it, right? So it was all trademarking stuff, but they're out of that now. They won. So yeah, we're really kind of the first crew that gets to go out there and talk about this awesome product. I'm going to be taking it to a lot of these baseball fields that we get to walk onto this year. I'll actually be going out next Monday up to the Sioux Falls Canaries Stadium, the Bird Cage in Sioux Falls, and get to go hang out. And yeah, I'm going to bring it with me, get some kids hitting on it, see if we can't do a little 7th inning stretch activation there. But yeah, Shady, you got it, man. Like you and Keaton would get along well. He's down in Georgia, so he's not too far from you.
I've got to get one of those to Austin Schultz. You know, the kid on Instagram who does all the crazy coaching videos, like, you gotta be shitting me.
That's right. That's our guy right there. Shout out to Keaton. That's his other YouTube channel, Team Eddie Bubba. So I think he was.
You talking about the kid that like imitates like wrestlers? Is that who you're talking about?
Sometimes he imitates everybody, but he's a fool. Austin Schultz out of Nebraska. Okay. He plays cosmic ball.
Okay.
He was at that home run.
Oh, that's not what I'm thinking of then.
We got to get Austin one of those, because if I could get Austin one and he put it
good to see
I'll take mine now.
Again.
If he's in Nebraska, man, he's close enough to me. So I'm going to connect with him on Instagram. We're going to talk to him. We're going to get him hitting off of this. What's nice about having the mobile unit, and I got the mat and everything. Like Keaton hooked it up, man. I got the whole thing. That I can take this everywhere with me. Right. And I think that was the point is to get this thing out there, get kids hitting off it everywhere we can, and really putting this thing out there into the world. So really grateful to have that, and to be a part of the BeastHack family means the world to us here at 789.
Touche.
I love that you called it, though. That was beautiful.
I had no idea, Eddie. So yeah, that's brilliant, by the way, because you know where my head was going. Kid can't bend that trailer hitch. Throw it in there. Get your couple rips off that, so I don't have to watch you strike out with that $300 bat. God Almighty, she does not stop talking.
Well, we're gonna get a quick hit at the standings here, and look at those Tampa Bay Devil Rays. Get out of town.
They do it every year.
Go Ray. I know, right? It's only May.
Where's Frank the Tank when you need him? We're going streaking.
Hey, now, don't forget your skunk Speedo.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's coming. God, could you imagine Shady in a Speedo? My goodness. Can't get that image out of my head now.
You get enough margaritas in him, probably.
Scarred for life.
Look at those Royals, baby.
There's a reason. There's a reason Shady don't drink anymore.
And thighs be that color right there, boys. Right there.
Guys, what universe are we living in where the Chicago White Sox and Kansas City Royals are tied for second in the AL Central? And
look at how like
yeah, but the thing is
the leader's 500,
and they just lost to the Twins today. So, but the thing is if you watch the
Twins, dogfight is the NL Central, just kind of on the other side.
But Buxton's red hot, and if he stays healthy, the Twins are bottom feeders. I can see the Twins moving Buxton to, maybe over there in Atlanta.
The Royals have been red hot right now too. Witt's been on a tear. He just hit a little league home run last night.
What's up with Zibby?
Cubs just lost 2 in a row to the Rangers, shutout in both of them after their second 10-game winning streak.
Yeah, the first team to do that or something, and
like 100 years or 80 at least. I think it might have been a 40.
Hey, Bubba, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
What's going on with PCA, man? He's a great fielder, but he's got to be consistent.
Yeah, well,
you need him on base to produce runs.
Young guy. I think he had a good little stretch there, and then he starts swinging too much. I think the good start to his season this year, being more patient, but you're also talking about it was his first full season last year in the league. You have a guy that's just a swinger, right? He likes to get up there. He's not going to get cheated on his cuts. But that's why he was really susceptible to curveball. It was hard watching him bat last year, the back end of the year, where I was like, we're just going to throw him junk. And it's just, and I don't know if it's a visual thing of just like not spotting the ball coming out of these pitchers' hands. And I don't know what it is, but you're talking about a guy that didn't spend a lot of time in the minor leagues either, right? Like it's not like he spent several years, coming up through the ranks. It was drafted and you're pretty much, a year in AAA and you're in the league, right? So
I like his story though, that his mom was the actress in the Rookie of the Year with the young pitcher for the Cubs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's his mom. But just some breaking news here. I know we're a baseball show.
Yeah.
Victor Wembanyama just got ejected from the playoff game against the Wolves.
Night. Who does he play for?
The Spurs.
Oh, damn.
Wembanyama got ejected, is what he said.
Yeah, Wembanyama. What out, Victor? Yeah.
I don't follow basketball.
How did he get ejected?
He threw an elbow, a flagrant foul. I guess
Jaden
not.
McDaniels or Julie? Oh, really? Not okay. Yeah, Nas makes sense too.
Now there's your baseball question. If everything correlated, how hard could Victor Wembanyama sling a baseball from 60 feet 6 inches?
Oh my God!
Victor,
Probably like 110.
come to the dark side, my brother.
Speaking of hundreds, what did I see? The kid from the Brewers, what's his name? Mizrowski or something?
Jacob Mizrowski.
Hit 104.6.
He just out there throwing it, yeah.
He recorded
over
the
103.
Yeah, the first pitch.
They
was
said that the
102.
first 5 pitches that he threw were the fastest pitches recorded by a starting pitcher ever.
And that's I don't know about everybody in the MLB. I can't speak for everybody. Just I don't. Me personally, I get up there and the first pitch is 102, bro. Go ahead. I'm waiting until the next AB.
Just
can only go down from
Grady
here.
Johnson ain't throwing it at your head like he did against
Do you
Croc.
even bother swinging? Do you just sit up there and hope he walks me?
Yeah.
I think at that point you
put it-
do, because it's like, all right, he can throw gas, but can he locate it?
Yeah.
You just sit there, just wait for the pitch.
Well, 'cause there's no amount of cuts on your BeastHack off the trailer hitch that you can take that's gonna help you time up 103, right? Like you
not
got to
gonna see
see
that.
it.
You just got to be
Gotta
waiting
see it.
for it. I mean,
Gotta-
you got to think that he's going to come with the fastball, and you just have to swing. I mean,
Yeah, that's a lot of the at bats. Is like you see these guys, especially like fastball hitters. Juan Soto, for instance, he hits everything, but Soto, he goes up there and he's like, all right, this is the tendency this pitcher has, and I'm going to swing at this pitch, and I'm either going to hit it or I'm not.
Yep.
And if he can't get his pitch, then he's going to try to work a walk.
So
Look
there's
at the Padres.
a quick look through the standings there. Not a lot of surprises. These two teams are going to be battling it out. I think there's going to be a lot of back and forth during the season, barring any major injuries to either team. This NL Central is going to be a dogfight. The Reds just got into a buzzsaw with the Cubs. They lost 4 in a row against them last week. I think they recover playing the rest of the division and outside of the division a little bit. And the Cubs will bounce back. I mean, they've been shut out 2 games in a row now, but you're going to have
already 9 back to the Marlins. Jeez.
I wouldn't worry about it. Cubs or I would say either Braves or Cubs power ranking number 1.
Well, and what's going to hurt them, man, is Matthew Boyd freak accident
What's
at
up
home
with the
with his
Mets this year,
kids
though?
and
Who cares?
hurt his knee. Ended up having to have surgery, so he's going to be out. And he's been a workhorse as far as innings go. But Ben Brown threw really well. For
Anybody else having a hard
Oh,
time
he's a
hearing
dog.
Bubba?
I got to meet him. I shook his hand. So he was
I can hear
walking
it.
out of the game that I went to last year. He walks out and out through the right field section, right? And you catch a lot of the players. So I saw these people all kind of lined up and I was like, well, what are they doing? Like, a lot of the players will come down here and they'll walk down or whatever. And some of them live in the neighborhood. So they're just walking by and I got to see Ben and he was the starter that night and got to, great game and nice to meet you. But you forget how young some of these kids are, right? Even if they're 21, 22 years old, man, I just turned 40 this week, right? It's different. Keaton, that's Keaton still pretty stoked about sending Monster home packing. And
Nice.
what a gratifying moment for them. He also sent me a text that said closer for Shady with a bat flip. So
I will. Shoot. Crash.
Oh, here comes the fungo.
No, coach wouldn't let me hit fungos. He said,
Katie, keep that away from my shins.
I'll hit them shins, son. I will hit them shins.
No, well, I don't want to keep everybody too late tonight. My wife's inside, probably waiting for a foot rub to finish her long weekend off. Shout out to my wife Danielle, who graduated college this weekend.
Congrats to her.
Thank you, boys. Appreciate it, man.
Shout out for the grad.
She's been working her ass off the last 2 years as an accelerated program. So she actually double majored. So she graduated with 2 bachelor's degrees and a minor in 2 years.
That sounds like a lot of hard work.
So while she was working full-time the entire way too, first as a paraprofessional and then as a full-time special education teacher this year. So and now she actually got a new job in the school, still same school, same district. Just a different position that she'll be teaching what they call CTE, so career training and experience for middle school and high school kids. So moving out of special education, but she's really excited about using her business degree that she graduated with 10 years ago also in here. So yeah, my wife has three majors, 3 degrees and 2 minors, a psychology and a elementary reading serious. So hey, appreciate that, Keaton. I'll make sure to relay the message. But yeah, been celebrating my wife all weekend. That's why I definitely took time out of my day to move some dirt around and get that pool set up. I didn't set it up at all last year. She wanted to feel the sunflowers, and we just didn't really have the time last year. But this one looks like it's going to be a hot and dry one, so might as well have it out there and get it done. Funny enough, he said Daniel. They announced her as Daniel first and then corrected themselves.
Yeah, it always happens.
Shit happens, right? That's okay. You wait 2.5 years to get your name called, and they screw it up.
Give me the piece of paper. Thank y'all.
Well, and it's really cool. So she was part of what they call a teacher apprentice program. So it's a pretty big deal for the school, for the state, and yeah, man, couldn't be more proud of the woman that I get to spend the rest of my life with. And it's been a journey. Obviously, a lot of time spent with her doing homework. She still has the summer to finish out on classes, but it's kind of gonna be like, well, what the hell now? Once we get the next school year, where it's like, oh, I just have to work. And you know, maybe there's a little pressure off of me while she has a little bit more time to do it. And kind of do some things around the house. Maybe cook once in a while. That'd be nice. Just not today. Yeah. Not today. All right, fellas. Appreciate everybody coming in, joining us for the show today. Little shortened Mother's Day version, but with Bobby Cox passing away, we felt it necessary to come on and pay tribute, honor to the man, especially with, you know, the ties that the show has to the Braves organization, even if it's just as fans right now. But bright future for us, guys. It's going to be a wild couple of weeks, and as we're leading into the season, had some more talks with players and GMs out of the Northwoods League. So really looking forward to making some stuff happen over there. And covering a lot of baseball this year. I don't know if it'll just be on this show or if we'll end up developing another one entirely. But a lot to talk about and a lot of great baseball still coming our way. So for everyone here at the show, once again, a happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. We appreciate you more than we could ever say or show you. I am Bubba Startz. This is the Scene Project Sports Network, and you've been here for 789. We'll see you back on Tuesday for Vikings United. A lot to talk about there as well. Rookie mini camp last weekend. We will be back on Saturday for the cut line. Shout out to Shady and Pods for covering my butt last Saturday. Appreciate you guys. And looking forward to getting out on the course finally. Like, we are finally hitting summer here. So unlike y'all that are spoiled living in the South, me and B and Cody might actually be able to get out and whack some balls here soon.
We'll be here.
Appreciate y'all. Another shout out to BeastHack team as well. Keaton, thanks for tuning in tonight. Appreciate everything you've done for us and continuing to grow our bit and helping you grow BeastHack as well. So everybody have a great night. We'll see you back here, Scene Project Sports Network on Tuesday. And have a great night, everybody. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Night, everybody.
So the BeastHack is an incredible tool, no matter what age kid that you have, but just to be able to work and making sure that their hands are getting to the right position as they hit the ball. But it's something that you don't have to go chase balls any of those things. But this BeastHack is incredible because when you get that 12-6 rotation, it's real easy to tell that you're putting a good swing on that. And my kids is after I teach them what they're looking for, and they can work on it on their own if they want to. So a great training tool for a team, great training tool for individuals. So I highly, highly recommend you purchasing a BeastHack so that your player can be the best that they can be on the baseball field.